Hello everybody and welcome to another boot review. Today I'm going to review the Medic by Pleaser. It is one of their thigh-high boots. Seems to be more popular on the channel, so I figured I'd give these ones a review. Again, I'm going to do them all anyway, but we'll try to alternate between some of the more fetish style boots and some of the more fashion style boots. Last video we had those flat ones from Lower East Side, so this time we're going to do some pleaser boots. So again, these are the Medics. They are available in two different color schemes, either black with red or white with red. We went with the black with red. I like the contrast a little better. They do offer a 6-inch heel with a 2-inch platform. So walking in them is not super difficult. The platform is actually quite wide and they have a great rubber grip on them. So they're not slippery at all as compared to some of my other boots. From Pleaser, they have more of a plastic sole, and we'll get into that when we do the reviews on those. These ones, however, though, do offer it's a nice rubber grip on there. It does not slide at all. They do lace up fully. They also include a full zip from the top all the way to the bottom. They do also have 3 functional buckles, and those with a quick eye will notice the buckles actually run over the zip. So to put these on, you have to unzip it, unlace them slightly to try to loosen them up, zip it back up, tighten up your laces, and then feed all the buckles through all the holes, and then buckle them in the front. So it does take a little extra effort to put these on, which if you see, I do have a video up of putting these on and how the efforts that it does take. It's not a simple process. However, this does lead to one issue. With these PVC clad belts, they're constantly being put in and out of these metal buckles. These metal buckles are not, I mean, they're smooth, but this inside parts here are not the most smooth, which has led to the edges of them starting to fray. I don't know if we can catch that on camera or not, but the edge of this is starting to turn all white. So, and that's happening on all the belts. Let's see this one here. Oh, I say all, but this one's been spared. If we go over to this boot, yeah, this one's got some. This one here's got a little bit of damage. This one here's got, it's just starting to do it. The smallest, shortest one on this boot that has the most damage so far. It's really flaking off there. So kind of a poor design on Pleaser's part in that aspect, but the style and the visual pop of it really is eye-catching, which is something I do enjoy about them. The other thing I didn't like about these particular boots is when I'm wearing them, the design of the front and this whole area here, which I'm lacking a name for right now. I want to maybe say it's called the vamp of the boot, but I don't know that for a fact. Somebody correct me in the comments if you happen to know. But they did it all with one piece all the way around, which is a little different than their other boots, where they have a different style. I don't know if this is true on all of their lace-ups or not, but this particular seam right here that comes across the top of the foot digs into the top of my foot, unfortunately. And I've tried 2 different pairs of these already in 2 different sizes. I got a size 10 originally, and I should have known better. I tend to wear an 11, These are a size 11 and it still digs in. The 10s were tight back, all the way front to back, like my foot was just being crushed. So that was just me being dumb, and I got a really good price on the 10s, which is why I bought them in 10, and they were unwearable. It was just way too tight. It was tight across, it was tight front to back, and it was really digging and crushing me here. These are perfect side to side. They're perfect front to back, but that one seam is still digging into the top of my foot, and I'm not sure why. What I really need to try to do is there's a couple different methods on how to stretch that. One is to put your foot in there and take a hair dryer and kind of try to soften up the plastic and get it more pliable. Another one is the ice method, where you pack a whole bunch of Ziploc bags with water in them in there and then freeze it. And as the ice expands, it stretches it. Problem with that, any of those, is stretching this material, as we saw with the daggers that I did my review on. When PVC starts to stretch, the outer coating starts to come off because the coating can't stretch the same as the fabric underneath it, and it literally just flakes off. So I would hate to try to stretch that and have the same issues where the coating down here starts to come off. Another design, I call it a flaw. Another design portion of this boot that I'm not real pleased with, and I've discussed this with other people online, is this additional flap that they put in here to try to hide your laces in the knot. When it's all on and everything, it looks kind of goofy because it sticks up and it just doesn't give you a good look to the boot. However, you can't really take it off because it's part of the tongue, and if you cut it, it's not going to look right. It's going to look all jagged, and it's just not going to look very good. And they try to make it, they gave you a nice piece of Velcro here to stick it down so it stays down, but to me, it's kind of a silly look, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. So style wise, they get some points off. Um, these boots are part of the Phantasma line, which is made by Pleaser. Pleaser runs multiple lines of boots. They have the traditional Pleaser line. They have the Phantasma line, which includes more of their platform shoes and boots. They're supposed to be more costumey, that sort of thing. Like these are called the Medic. They're supposed to be for the nurse type costume, especially with the white and the red. There's the Demonia line, the Devious line, the Bordello line, and one more. Most of my boots all come from the traditional Pleaser line. The daggers were from the Devious line. These, like I said, are the Phantasma line. And so far, I've noticed the different lines. I almost think of it in terms of automobile manufacturers, where one manufacturer makes a couple different brands. Like Ford also makes Lincolns and also makes Mercuries, and they're all built a little differently. I mean, they're fairly similar, but they're just slightly different. Or you could go with General Motors, where they build Chevrolets and Oldsmobiles, and they used to make Pontiacs and whatnot, and they all kind of are slightly different. They got their own little quirks. So far, this is my only introduction to Phantasma by Pleaser, and I'm not the most thrilled with it. I prefer, so far out of the multiple pairs of Pleaser boots that I own, I prefer the traditional Pleaser brand. So as I get more later on, we'll see how that goes. So comfort for these, I'd probably put it at, I'd say maybe a 6, only because of the way that cuts in on my foot. If that didn't cut in on my foot, they'd probably be up towards a 7, maybe even an 8. As far as the actual fit goes, again, we're I can only focus on this. The rest of the fit is perfect. Size 11, it fits true to size. The front to back and side to side fits my foot perfectly and fits in line with the other pleaser boots that I have. So going through the whole brand, they seem to fit pretty nice. As far as cost goes, you should be able to find these readily available online anywhere that sells pleaser boots for, I'd say, in the $85 range roughly. Pleaser tends to have a strict MSRP that they want their stuff sold at. So price shopping online is really difficult unless you find something used and that sort of thing. Um, which is kind of what I get my first pair. Like I said, I bought them on eBay and I got them. I don't remember if those were a defect or not, but I remember I got a really good deal on them, which is why I snagged them. These I paid full retail for. So anyhow, I just wanted to give a quick reminder that we do have the 1,000 sub giveaway coming up when we do hit 1,000. I saw a little spike in subscribers the other day, so I was very grateful for that and very thankful. Um, I pretty much have it narrowed down to which pair of boots we're giving away. I will make an announcement when we hit 500 subscribers, and everything will become official at that point. Right now, it's still a little iffy, and I'm still keeping things under wraps. I want to keep the suspense going for a little longer. So hopefully you guys spread the word. Anybody who is subscribed already, please try to spread the word, send links out and that sort of thing, and try to get friends involved. For those of you who are viewing for the first time, welcome. I thank you for showing up, and just hit that subscribe button, and it only takes a half a second, and it helps me out. So if we can get to 1,000, I'd be so grateful. So I hope you guys all have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.